Hey there folks, welcome to another edition of Time About the Movies. Today we're looking at the movies released on the weekend of September 22nd, 1989. We got 5 movies to look at today, so let's not waste any time. Let's just jump on into it. And we'll start with the biggest new release that came out this weekend, and that was Michael Douglas and Andy Garcia in Ridley Scott's thriller, Black Rain.
A New York City cop on the trail of a killer. From the back alleys of Manhattan
Our victims are certainly Yakuza.
to the streets of Japan.
Because of your negligence, a man we wanted for a long time has been lost.
We'll take some of the heat for this, but we're not taking the rap.
You see, there's a war going on here between Sato and an old-time boss named Sugai. And they don't take prisoners.
So where's your boss? This isn't New York. We have rules here.
I see Sato's work, okay? He ain't following your program.
You are foreigners, nothing more than interested observers.
No one's gonna help a Kaijin.
Kaijin.
You're a barbarian, a foreigner. Me and you. More you.
Try to work like a Japanese.
Now, this is good. This ain't money. You got a counterfeiting war going on, guys.
You are civilian here. It is illegal for you to carry a gun.
Something tells me we should cut our losses and let the locals handle it around here.
I can't go back without him, Charlie.
You have no part in this.
I am the solution to your problems. Well, it's not over yet.
Here I am, Nick!
You can get him, boss. You and me.
Michael Douglas, Black Rain.
So Michael Douglas and Andy Garcia play 2 New York City police officers. They arrest a member of the Yakuza, take him back to Japan, and they find themselves getting dragged deeper and deeper into the Japanese underworld with all these different things going on. This is what you would expect from the same man that directed Alien and Blade Runner. There's definitely that Blade Runner-esque vibe to this movie with the visuals and all that, and it's just a pretty good movie overall. I mean, Michael Douglas and Andy Garcia are great. Kate Capshaw in particular was really good in this movie. The action sequences are very well done. Hans Zimmer in one of his earliest musical scores that he did, very good. Ridley Scott's direction is great. The editing by John DeBond is very good. John DeBond actually did the cinematography on this, but the editing overall was pretty good, and the cinematography is really good. You could say it's a little bit formulaic in a way. It definitely has a lot of those elements there to it, but it's still overall a really good movie. I had a good time with it. It's a really solid, interesting looking film. It's a movie that I think did its job better than Sea of Love did last week, which Sea of Love was actually a pretty good movie, but definitely prefer this one a whole lot better. So, yeah, that's my thoughts on Black Rain. So let's go ahead and move on to the next movie, and that is A Dry White Season.
In a world riddled with fear,
Why would he commit suicide? I said they say he committed suicide.
how much will one man risk
I want to talk about survival.
to expose the lies?
My counsel to you is to just give it up.
I cannot give it up.
A Dry White Season.
Exclusive engagement now playing. Starts October 6th in other select cities. Check local list.
Starring Donald Sutherland, also features Marlon Brando in a role that actually got him an Academy Award nomination, even though he only shows up for a very small amount of time in the movie. I think he's only in it for about 10 minutes in particular, but the movie itself looks pretty promising. I haven't seen it before, so I can't really comment on it a whole lot. But from what I see here, I hear a lot of good things about it. It definitely looks like a unique-looking film. And I haven't heard anybody say it's a bad movie in particular. It just feels weird that Marlon Brando in particular gets an Oscar nomination just because he was in the movie for, from what I hear, at least 10 minutes. But maybe it was a good 10 minutes. I mean, I don't know. There was a lot of good supporting performances that kind of got overlooked for this. But, yeah, like I said, I haven't seen the movie, so I can't really comment on it, but the trailer definitely does show a lot of promise to it, and like I said, I've heard people say it's not a bad movie, but I don't know, maybe I'll check it out at some point, but the trailer definitely shows a lot of promise to it. So let's go ahead and move on to the next movie, and that is Bloodfist.
Major martial arts movie starring the greatest kickboxers in the world. For 2,000 years, Taekwondo has evolved as the deadliest art of the Orient. Here, an American kickboxing champion is murdered. Now, his brother has set out to find that killer.
I advise you in the strongest of terms. Leave Manila today.
But to find the killer, he must first battle the world's most lethal warriors. World Karate Champion Billy Blanks. Junior Light Heavyweight World Champ Rob Common. Aguilar, Southeast Asia Kickboxing Champion. And starring Don the Dragon Wilson, highest rated champion in kickboxing history.
You have 4 matches in 4 days. Lose one and you are out.
Now he must prepare to enter the ultimate competition. To win the battle of hand-to-hand full-contact karate. Don Wilson is quite frankly a one-man army. American Karate Magazine. Don Wilson is by far the most exciting fighter on the scene today, inside Kung Fu. Don Wilson is the greatest kickboxer of all time, Black Belt Magazine. Bloodfist, where every means to fight, every deadly opponent, clash. And only one will triumph. Bloodfist, a gathering of the most awesome human weapons.
Another one of those movies that's very formulaic. I mean, this is pretty much almost identical to something like Bloodsport or Kickboxer. But this time around, this movie in particular features some of the greatest kickboxers of all time. You got, as they say in the trailer, Billy Blanks, Rob Kaman, Don the Dragon Wilson. I'm not really much into kickboxing and in this type of martial arts and all that, but if I was, I'd probably be really interested in this movie. Like I said, it is very formulaic. It looks like it definitely has a plot similar to Bloodsport and The Karate Kid and lots of other movies of this type, like Kickboxer. But I mean, like I said, if I was a kickboxing fan, I'd probably love the hell out of this movie. But from the looks of it, it definitely looks like it delivers what it delivers. If you like this type of sport, you're definitely going to get an enjoyable film out of it. Like I said, I personally can't comment for it. I haven't seen the movie, but if I was into this stuff, this would probably be something I'd be very interested in. So that's all I got to say about Bloodfist. So let's go ahead and move on to the next movie, and that is Heavy Petting.
Hello? Hi. What you doing Saturday night?
You're all ribbons and curls. Oh, what a girl. Eyes that twinkle and shine.
I would dry hump her, and I'd come in my dungarees and show her the spot, and then we go have a vanilla Coke.
You're my baby. You're my pet.
Yeah, what a bizarre concept for a documentary this is. Basically, it's celebrities revealing their first sexual experiences. Like, you get these notable names. You get guys like people like David Byrne is in this movie. Spalding Gray is in this movie. Sandra Bernhard, Josh Mostel, John Oates, Allen Ginsberg, and I mean, I don't really understand the purpose of its existence. I don't really understand how knowing these celebrities' first time they've ever had sex is really going to help people or what people would find it interesting, but it's a movie that exists. I can't really comment on it, but the trailer I showed, I couldn't show the whole thing because I honestly don't know what to really think about this movie. I mean, like I said, I haven't seen it before. I haven't heard a lot of great things about it either, but if you ever wanted to know what Sandra Bernhard did for the first time she had sex, there you go. I mean, that's all I got for you on this one. This is a bizarre concept, but somebody made it. So it's out there, but it's probably not something I'm not going to be too interested in. So anyway, that's Heavy Petting. Let's wrap this up with a much different movie, Erik the Viking.
From the pages of history, the missing chapter. Erik the
the Viking.
Oh, scary, scary. Don't we look mean?
What is going on? A time when civilization was less civilized.
Throw down your weapons or we kill the children. Well, now we'll kill the children anyway.
Dating was dangerous.
Have you done this sort of thing before?
Me, of course. I've been looting and pillaging up and down the coast.
And peace looked a lot like war.
There is another way. Who gets killed?
We'll be dangerous.
Erik and the men of Ravensfield are setting off to cross the Western Ocean.
Lucky things. I could do with a holiday, I can tell you.
When travel was tough.
Don't forget to wash. You know, all over.
It doesn't matter where you sit.
Yes, it does. We could be safe for months. You there, you there, and you there.
Now you've got all the big ones on one side.
And the ocean was scary.
It's the dragon of the North Sea.
A time of lust and confusion.
She's got no clothes on. It's disgusting. Let's hack her to pieces.
And everything was going to pieces.
Oh, stay calm. This is not happening.
The future of the world rested on one man.
Why didn't you come up by the stairs?
Unfortunately, it was Erik the Viking. Tim Robbins, Terry Jones, Eartha Kitt, Mickey Rooney, Tsutomu Sakimi.
Oh, you'd be so bad if we knew what you were saying.
John Cleese. What? Anthony Sher. Imogen Stubbs.
She wants to take us off the edge of the world. There is no edge of the world.
Erik the Viking.
It's the stress that gets you,
Yeah, we have a Monty Python movie that really doesn't work. It's surprising because a lot of the Monty Python people are involved in this. I mean, Terry Jones not only stars in this, he also directs it, writes it, produces it. They also got John Cleese in here. But not everybody who was involved with Monty Python is involved in this. And honestly, that's kind of a thing that goes against it, kind of. Even though this has a great cast to it. You got Tim Robbins, Mickey Rourke, Eartha Kitt, John Cleese, Graham McTavish, Jim Broadbent. But, yeah, it just doesn't have that spark that usually you would expect from a Monty Python movie. Or a movie with the people from Monty Python behind it. Like, The Adventures of Baron Munchausen, which came out earlier in this year, was a much funnier movie. Maybe it wasn't as good as, say, The Holy Grail or Life of Brian or The Meaning of Life, but it was still a much more enjoyable movie than I would say this one is. I don't know. I mean, it has some potential there, but I mean, I watched it, didn't really get a whole lot of laughs out of it, despite the good cast they had, the comedic talent that's on board here. I don't know. I mean, this felt like kind of an experiment that maybe didn't work because you didn't have all the people behind Monty Python behind this. But that's my thoughts on it. Erik the Viking is just kind of a mediocre movie. I mean, it doesn't really have a whole lot of laughs despite the great people they have involved in this. It just didn't work for me. I know it didn't work with a lot of people too. This one's been mostly forgotten for so many years and makes people just want to watch Holy Grail, Life of Brian, or Meaning of Life again, which are much better comedies directed by Terry Jones. So, that's all I got on this one. Erik the Viking just didn't work. Just didn't work. And with that said, that's going to wrap up another edition of Time About the Movies. Next time around, we only got one movie to look at, and that's Johnny Handsome. Not a movie I know a whole lot about, so it'll just be a really quick episode this next time around, but we'll definitely take a look at it. But thank you guys for watching, and as always, if you want to see more videos like this, check out the playlist on the next page, check out the previous episode, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for the next new episode. So thank you for watching, I'll see you guys tomorrow, and until then, take care.